So the part we've been concentrating on is that part, and a friend of mine on Facebook posted that maybe we should be paying attention to a little part that was down here under this. I can get it to focus. Pull that off, and I think we can connect to that with these little pieces and parts here. So that's what I'm going to try now. So again, as it turns out, I had the ruby slippers the whole time. This piece was on the hose from the old refrigerator, and that was all I needed, was to connect that right there. But this had this little black cap on it, and I just didn't realize that was where it connected. I thought it connected up there on that piece. So I was trying to figure out how to get it all together, and the guy at the hardware store had told me that I needed to cut this off and just plug right into that piece up there, but that didn't work, and this doesn't reach that far. So I went ahead and bought a kit that has all of the connectors in the hose, 25 feet of hose, so I could be sure that everything goes together. I didn't need the kit, I didn't need any of that, I just needed to plug this in last night when we first put the fridge in, and I'd have been done. But now I have to recreate this. So I have all of these pieces, and I am told that if I put this piece on and put this piece inside it and just crank it down on this without things falling out, that this will bite down hard enough to seal it. Now I have my doubts about that because it just doesn't feel like it will work. Okay, that doesn't feel like it's going on at all. Yeah, that doesn't go on by itself, I don't think. Okay, maybe it does. Okay, that's on there, but by hand tightening it is definitely not enough. I've already done that once and pulled on this and it pops right off. So now I'm going to take, I have regular pliers, but I'm going to take needle nose pliers because they're easier to get in that little spot. I'm just going to go ahead and crank it down and hope that that's enough. No, maybe I'll use regular pliers now. By the way, I thank my daddy for giving me and my son his toolbox because I use his tools. He was a mechanic, and I have a huge 5-foot tall toolbox of his tools, and I use it almost daily, if not more. In fact, the pieces and stuff that come out of it I use almost every day. And when I go out to his toolbox, it smells like him, all greasy and oily, and I thank him every time I use some of his tools, because not only did he give me his tools, but he gave me the knowledge to not be intimidated by stuff and just take it apart and put it back together, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, figure out a way to make it work. And definitely using resources of friends and stuff these days would probably blow his mind, of having Facebook and things like that, or Google, where I can just look up what I need done. Okay, so I cranked that down as tight as I could. Sorry, but a little side story there. I'm gonna pull on this and see if it comes out. If it does, that tells me this is not the way to tighten it, because if it pops out, that tells me it's not a good enough seal to keep water from coming out. So, okay, I'm pulling on that pretty hard, and it's not coming loose. So I think you guys are all right that said to just crank that down. And just because I want to, I'm gonna give it another good crank. Yeah. Now I'm going to go turn on the water downstairs where this line goes. I'm gonna turn on the water and see if it squirts out or if it just makes my water dispenser on my refrigerator work. Okay, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Now I'm down in the basement, and this is where that comes up at. Kind of a nastiness of our water. Now it turns everything colors. Maybe I should have put a fresh hose in, but we'll let the water filter deal with that. Anyway, this is how we turn on that line
And I don't have anyone upstairs to let me know whether or not water's spewing everywhere, so we're just gonna open this up and hope that it works. That's as much as I'm opening it for now. It should be enough to tell me whether or not it's gonna spew. Let's see. I see no spewage. I feel no water. I think it did clamp. Yay, you guys are right. Thank you for all of your help. I think this is what it needs to be. I can't believe I had this last night and I could have just plugged it right in and just, again, I thought I was supposed to be plugging in up here and I was making it way harder than it needed to be. And I almost destroyed that, so, yeesh. Okay. Hey, Mario, what do we got, buddy? Come on, give me some water. I did also just install the one. Oh my God! Okay. So thank you everybody for helping me out with this new toy here that I've got. There we are. Thanks for helping me with that. I really appreciate you being there online and helping me think through all of the ways this could be going wrong or what I'm doing wrong or whatever. And Paul, you were very patient with me. Mitch, you took me right to where I needed to be looking, and I do appreciate y'all's help and everybody else who helped too. So anyway, thank you again. I'm going to now go see what the kids are up to. Look out the window here, what I'm looking at. Isn't that awesome? I love it. Happy kids playing in water with a dog. It's just really cool. Oh, this is my fish pond. That's another project that we got to get going. Hey, there goes Dave. Hi, David. All right. Small town. Love it. Okay, on to the next project. Thank you again.